Hello, adrenaline and fist lovers. Today we dive into the incredible, sometimes wild, and always spectacular life of a martial arts phenomenon. His strikes are faster than the wind, and his knockouts louder than thunder. He has conquered kickboxing, MMA, and professional boxing, turning each fight into a true work of art. We're talking about Tenshin Nasukawa, the true samurai of the new generation. This Japanese prodigy hasn't just changed the game. At a young age, he's already a living legend with an almost flawless record. Get ready, because we're about to tell you the remarkable journey of this Japanese phenomenon and his most impressive KOs. The action starts now. Nasukawa was born in 1998 in the land of the rising sun. At just 5 years old, he was already immersed in karate, laying the foundation for his discipline and explosiveness. His talent quickly led him to kickboxing, where he made his professional debut at only 15 years old. Imagine that, a teenager facing fully grown men. The honor of launching this future legend's career fell to fellow countryman Tomo Aramatsu. Although Aramatsu was significantly older and much more experienced, that didn't intimidate our young debutant one bit. Tenshin took just a few seconds to adjust his aim, a phrase that would become a recurring theme in his career. And then, like lightning, unleashed a powerful left hand that sent Aramatsu crashing spectacularly to the canvas. Aramatsu miraculously managed to get back up, but the dazed look in his eyes revealed an instant brain short circuit. Smelling blood like a predator, Tenshin pounced on his prey. After an unrelenting assault, Nasukawa unleashed a high kick that nearly decapitated his opponent, sending his limp body back to the floor. And just like that, with a devastating knockout in his debut, young Tenshin Nasukawa declared to the world that a new star had lit up the combat sports sky. The era of Tenshin had begun. With that bold statement of intent, Tenshin Nasukawa continued to dominate his opponents with a lethal combination of kicks, knees, and hooks. But these weren't just any strikes. He seasoned them with acrobatic moves like the rolling thunder, a spinning jump kick, and his famous cartwheel kicks. Each fight was a true spectacle, mesmerizing the audience with every unexpected move. His rise was so rapid that he soon got the chance to fight for the Rise gold belt. His opponent was Yuta Murakoshi, and Tenshin literally outclassed him. Picture this. Murakoshi was staggering over and over, his legs doing a full-on Tokyo drift in the ring with every blow from Tenshin. It was like watching a circus performer dodging bullets. Except this time, Tenshin was the one firing them. When he claimed his first championship belt, the excitement of the young fighter was palpable. Gold wasn't enough for him. Wasting no time, he dove mercilessly into the one-day blade tournament. It was a frenzied hunt, like a vampire thirsting for blood. In the quarterfinals, he effortlessly dismantled the future Rise champion, Masahiro Suzuki, finishing the fight in just 91 seconds. Yes, you read that right. 91 seconds. In the semi-final, Tenshin didn't waste time dazzling the crowd with his kick choreography. Instead, he relied solely on his fists after disorienting his opponent. He ended the fight with a spinning left hook that became iconic. Boom! In the grand final, he faced shootboxing champion Taiki Naito. Two of Japan's strongest fighters met in the ring, but only one could claim the gold. As soon as the bell rang, Naito charged aggressively, throwing kicks, but Tenshin, unfazed, made it clear he wasn't there to play. He sent his opponent to the canvas, almost decapitating him with a high kick. For a moment, it looked like Naito wanted to leave the ring, but he had no intention of giving up that easily. After getting up, he launched into a brutal exchange, landing some solid shots on Tenshin. But Naito really shouldn't have messed with Nasukawa's hairstyle. Moments later, Tenshin made him drop to his knees, as if bowing before an emperor, with a devastating barrage of strikes. Realizing it was time to finish off his wounded prey, Nasukawa pounced on his opponent and quite literally knocked out whatever little consciousness he had left. That night, Tenshin didn't just walk away with a new championship belt, but also a $25,000 bonus, enough to go home and binge a new season of his favorite anime, don't you think? Continuing his rise to the pinnacle of kickboxing, Nasukawa built an impressive record of 16 wins and 0 losses, becoming a true boogeyman for any opponent. But the next level brought a truly dangerous rival, the Thai champion Wan Chong, protege of the legendary Saenchai. The highly anticipated bout promised to be a fan spectacle, but the moment the bell rang, the Thai fighter made a dirty move. In response to Nasukawa's extended glove, a common gesture of respect in boxing, Wan Chong threw a blatant kick. The Japanese prodigy was stunned, but he quickly decided he was going to teach that scoundrel a lesson in manners, one he wouldn't forget. Nasukawa launched into the attack, aggressively introducing the Thai fighter to his explosive combos of punches and kicks.
On combination, Tenshin Nasukawa teeing off on Wan Chong. After blow here. Combination of...
Wan Chong, known for his toughness, seemed to beg for more punishment as he tried to counter. But the young Japanese fighter had no intention of dragging the fight out. After landing a sharp low kick, he unleashed a devastating Ushirogeri, spinning back kick, sending Wan Chong straight into dreamland in an instant.
Oh, spinning kick there from Tenshin Nasukawa puts Wan Chong on the...
As Nasukawa celebrated with an iconic pose, the Thai fighter was struggling to regain consciousness. It was a long night for Wan Chong, who had to be helped out of the ring. A clear sign that you don't mess with Tenshin Nasukawa. If you're enjoying the video so far, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. We promise to bring you more amazing content featuring the best fighters from around the world. And you haven't even seen the best fights yet. One of them is against none other than Mayweather. After continuing to dominate his opponents and delivering thrilling moments for the fans, Nasukawa earned the opportunity to face a true legend, Rod Tang Jitmuangnon, known as the Iron Man. At the time, Rod Tang was the one championship Muay Thai world champion, riding an incredible 13-fight win streak. The bout, set for the Rise World title, was one of the most anticipated matchups in kickboxing history. The stakes were sky high, as Tenshin had never faced a rival of such elite caliber. Meanwhile, Rod Tang was eager to extend his streak and crush the rising star. From the opening seconds, the fight lived up to every expectation. Both warriors had a lot to prove. Nasukawa unleashed his signature blend of punches and kicks, gradually taking the upper hand. But the Thai Iron Man seemed unfazed by the hits. He kept charging forward, absorbing punches and asking for more, as if he thrived on the punishment. It looked as though Rod Tang was completely consumed by the fight, and all he wanted was pure, unrelenting violence. Rod Tang's relentless pressure began to pay off, and in the second half of the bout, he regained momentum. Nasukawa struggled to keep up with the pace, but the young Japanese warrior refused to back down. He fired off another rolling thunder, shaking the air with his audacity. final bell rang, and the audience fell silent with anticipation. Everyone wondered who would emerge victorious from this festival of violence. But the judges wanted more. They declared a draw, meaning the fighters would face off in an extra round. Rod Tang looked like he could go all day, while Tenshin's sister watched nervously from the front row. The extra round began, and both fighters gave it everything they had. At that point, the stakes were too high. Neither could afford to lose. It was a round of pure war. And in that intense clash, Tenshin claimed a hard-fought but well-deserved victory by unanimous decision. He proved that even legends like Rod Tang were no match for him, continuing his ascent to the top. It was a true masterpiece of resilience and skill. Amid the destruction he caused in the world of kickboxing, Tenshin Nasukawa decided to take on a new challenge, conquering the world of mixed martial arts, MMA, by competing in the prestigious Risen organization. To sharpen his grappling and ground fighting skills, this talented striker turned to none other than his legendary compatriot Kazushi Sakuraba, an icon in MMA history. Soon, Tenshin stepped into the cage for his first MMA fight, facing Ukrainian fighter Nikita Sapun. Fed up with Tenshin's relentless low kicks, the Ukrainian attempted a level change, hoping to gain the upper hand on the ground. Nasukawa accepted the challenge, but let his guard down. Sapun nearly ripped his arm off with a submission.
Is a monster. What a left hand is just being cocked right now. Biting down on his mouthpiece. Throwing the kick there. We'll see what Tenshin wants to do here. Does he want to actually engage on the ground? I would assume no, Joe.
No, I would say no.
He is landing some shots here. This is the problem that he has to have. He's got to be very, very careful. Will it be a tactical error?
It's a tactical error. Oh, he's broken. This is very...
After narrowly escaping the tight position, Tenshin made a decision. He wouldn't make the same mistake twice. He refused to let Sapun get back up and unleashed a brutal ground and pound assault. Honestly, Sapun should have thanked the referee for stopping the fight in time.
And that overhand right here.
He's got 17 seconds to go. Beautiful left there. He's trying to clear off.
No, he's
him off. Tenshin, he is able to pull off the victory.
I'm not 100% sure why he did that.
After securing a first-round victory, Tenshin called for his next fight and was back in the ring just 2 days later. His opponent, kickboxer Kawa Oligo. Unable to handle Tenshin's opening onslaught, Oligo tried switching things up by going for a takedown, but you could see it in Tenshin's eyes. Oh, so you're a grappler now? In his attempt to seize control, Oligo made a fatal error, and Nasukawa turned the ring into a chamber of torture.
Oligo trying to get guard, and a left landed again by Nasukawa. Tenshin just... and a thunderous shin kick there. The combo. Oh my goodness. He says, you want to throw spinning stuff with me? I'll throw with you, and I'll know what's going to happen here. We have 50 seconds left in the first round. There's the left.
Early in the second round, the poor fighter ate a vicious 1-2 combo and dropped like a sack of potatoes. Desperately trying to save himself on the ground, Oligo voluntarily stuck his neck into the lion's mouth, exposing himself. Remembering Sakuraba's advice, Tenshin choked him unconscious with a submission. That marked Tenshin's second MMA win, while his opponent took a while to wake up.
Oh, that is tight, Joe. That is tight.
Very tight.
That is tight. He's cranking the neck, and he's tapping out. Tenshin.
A few months later, Nasukawa returned to the MMA arena once again, this time to face Italian fighter Francesco Gallote. But after barely over a minute in the cage, Tenshin turned him into Bolognese spaghetti with a relentless flurry of punches.
Kick there by Guillotine, but now he's up against the crisp. Oh, wow. Many can do it. Oh, wow. Right out there, the left hand kick, Guillotine. Down, Guillotine, ground and pound.
Tenshin's final MMA bout was against Yamato Fuja. After miraculously surviving a monstrous slam in the first round, Fuja spent the rest of the fight desperately fighting just to stay alive. In the end, Nasukawa added another win to his record.
Cracking kicks. He's like the third fight's body. Nice little liver shot right there. What Fujita's guard looks like.
Just backs out and does a flying stomp kick over the top. Well, tension rolls out of it, and he's going to give you the flirt. 3 punches you wanted.
With a 4-0 MMA record, Tenshin was immediately offered a contract by the UFC, the world's biggest MMA organization. But he wasn't in a rush to make the move. Instead, he chose to focus entirely on kickboxing for the time being. However, he promised to transition to either MMA or professional boxing within 5 years. After all, there was still one fight ahead of him, a fight that would change his life forever. Back in kickboxing, Tenshin Nasukawa continued what could only be described as a true genocide of opponents. He didn't just dominate, he put on a show. At just 20 years old, Tenshin faced off in Tokyo against Argentine fighter Federico Roma, who was eager to hand the Japanese prodigy his first loss. Roma was the WKN super flyweight champion and had destroyed 8 straight opponents before facing Nasukawa. The bell rang, and the fight began. Nasukawa showed no Japanese hospitality, immediately dropping the Argentine to the canvas in the opening seconds.
Tenshin Nasukawa both in orthodox, southpaw.
After breaking Roma mentally, the prodigy proceeded to break him physically. Tenshin continued feeding Roma punches, and for dessert, served up a clean knockout to the jaw.
He's found a home for that left.
He's got to keep it on, he's got to lay it on him and just keep throwing everything he has.
Roma tried to act like he was fine, but his face told a different story. It betrayed the pain and struggle he was trying to hide. The fight went on, and the Japanese fighter, having gathered enough chakra, assumed the Triceratops fist pose from Baki and sent his opponent to the Shadow Realm with a devastating knockout. With only 90 seconds left on the clock,
Nasukawa pose with just 90 seconds left on the clock, he knocks down.
After finishing the fight in such spectacular fashion, Nasukawa added another win to his record. But still, he didn't receive universal recognition right away. Many haters claimed that all it would take to stop him was to keep his legs under control. So Nasukawa decided to prove that his boxing was just as dangerous as his kicks. The perfect opponent soon appeared, Kizun Saiga, a former boxer who had recently transitioned into kickboxing. Their bout took place in the first round of the Risen Grand Prix. As soon as the bell rang, the two warriors from the land of the rising sun clashed in a fierce battle, crossing swords like modern-day samurai. But once Tenshin started fighting seriously, Saiga looked like a helpless child. After thoroughly tormenting him, the young predator finally put his prey to rest with a devastating left hook. Nasukawa sent his opponent straight to the Phantom Zone, showing the world that his explosive power wasn't just in his legs. It was in his fists, too. Tenshin once again stole the spotlight, brutally demolishing Yuto Hamamoto in the semifinal, and MMA veteran Yamato Fuja, already a victim of Tenshin, in the final. With that, he added yet another trophy to his collection and kicked off 2018 in style. Little did he know that year would change his life forever.
Yuto Nasukawa, he doesn't move that much at all. He's very hard to hit.
Oh, and a drop there.
With reckless abandonment right after.
Oh, beautiful slip bob through it, but at this point, in my opinion...
Caught him. That's a joke. I'm just going to try and survive.
Oh,
that's it!
My goodness!
Yeah.
A jumping switch knee!
He started the year with a victory over another up-and-comer, Swoop, and then faced former MMA fighter Yusaku Nakamura. Realizing the danger he was up against, Nakamura constantly tried to slow the pace and take the fight to the ground. But Tenshin instantly kicked those ideas out of his head, shaking the arena with a perfectly timed rolling thunder. Nakamura got back up, but that proved to be a fatal mistake, as he was back on the canvas moments later. Knowing there was no turning back, Nakamura, like a kamikaze, charged forward, managing to land a few shots on Tenshin. But Tenshin wasn't impressed by this act of bravery. He quickly dropped his opponent to his knees. And just a few seconds later, he ended the fight with a deadly 1-2 combo, to the delight of his younger fans. And now, what you've all been waiting for? You must be wondering how a Japanese kickboxing star managed to face off against a living legend and undefeated champion like Mayweather. Well, let's find out. After incredible success across multiple organizations, the young superstar decided it was time for a new challenge. The entire world shook at the announcement. Tenshin Nasukawa would have a boxing match, and his opponent would be none other than the legendary Floyd "Money" Mayweather Jr. Despite his age, the icon of the sweet science was ready to teach the young star a lesson, that boxing wasn't child's play. But Tenshin remained confident in his skills, despite being warned about a massive fine for every kick he might throw. With full confidence, he even claimed he would knock the legend out. However, just like the Mayweather vs. Conor McGregor match, this fight would be under strict boxing rules. No grappling, no kicks, and none of the techniques a kickboxer is used to. Then the moment came. On December 31st, 2018, at the Saitama Arena in Japan, two representatives from different generations and elite disciplines stood face to face. Mayweather, relaxed and smiling, said, "I can do this in my sleep." Yes, it was an exhibition match, but Tenshin's honor was on the line. The fight began, and the fearless Japanese star rushed in aggressively. In the opening seconds, Tenshin tried to land his signature combinations, but for Mayweather, it all seemed like a game, not a fight. While Floyd smiled, Tenshin was all business. This attitude began to frustrate Nasukawa, and he started pushing the pace, putting real pressure on the legendary boxer.
Mayweather with a body. Remember, this is a man who can look at this, Floyd Mayweather drop.
But no matter how talented the prodigy was, Mayweather reminded him that boxing was his kingdom. Floyd turned it up and unleashed a brutal display that could only be described as a shooting star storm in the packed Saitama Arena. With a simple step in and a crisp right hand, Floyd dropped his opponent.
It just comes in and throws his own body shot, a beautiful right!
The legend was hitting the Japanese fighter like a helpless kid. Tenshin felt trapped in a cage with a lion. After yet another devastating punch from Mayweather, Tenshin's corner threw in the towel, choosing to protect the young star's future career.
A little landing flush. Nasukawa's doing everything he possibly can, and Mayweather drops him again! Bloody Mayweather. Nasukawa's having an extreme ass corner. Has thrown in the towel.
Mayweather celebrated as if he had just become the undisputed world champion. For the first time, Tenshin felt completely powerless, and he couldn't hold back his tears. Even though it was an exhibition, the emotional impact was deep and unforgettable. It was a moment that would be etched in his heart forever. Let us know in the comments which Tenshin Nasukawa fight is your favorite. And don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more amazing combat sports content. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.